Hey beautiful people, today I'm right here with you, and today I've just decided to bring you to where we started from. So now today I have my blanket sewing machine. It is a Seagull. I've had this baby for about 4 years now. Don't mind how it is patched and things like that. That is how far we have come from. So now today I just remembered that story that I was telling you, that I was sewing, and then I realized that I had a lot of nesting beneath my piece that I was doing. So now I later got angry when I asked somebody to help me out. They did help me out, help me to bring back the machine to life, and it was working, but they did not tell me what the problem was. They actually refused to tell me what the problem was. So I just got angry one day, and then I decided I was going to bring down the whole of the machine, look at the parts one by one, see what comes where and what connects to what. So I did actually that, and then I realized that this problem, most times when you sew and there is a lot of nesting beneath the piece that you're sewing, is always because of tension. Now what is this tension? So now, for example, I'm going to use an example of this piece. For example, you are sewing here, you are sewing this one. Let me just lower my foot dog. Now you're sewing and you've okay, you are sewing, you've started your sewing, and then you realize, yes, you are sewing, the upper part looks good. Yes, the upper part looks really good, the stitches are okay and well, but when you remove the piece from the machine and look at the other side, it has a lot of nesting. The upper part is okay, but the lower part has a lot of nesting. The problem is with the upper tension. And where do you find this upper tension? It is always here. You see this thing? This is where the upper tension is. So whatever you do, first just check how you have threaded your machine, how it has gone through this, and how it has gone through every other hole it is supposed to be. By adjusting that, check if it's weak or it's too tight or it's too loose. Just check it and then correct it. I'm sure if you take your time correcting that, by the time you start sewing again, you'll see that the problem has been resolved. So when there is nesting at the back of the piece, the problem is with the upper tension. Now, there are sometimes you get to sew and then you realize the lower part, the downer part, that is this side, is just properly sewn. The threads are just fine, the stitches are just fine, but when you look at the upper side, it's either they look too loose or the thread from the bobbin is showing on the upper side of the cloth. That means the problem is with the lower tension. And how do you know where the lower tension is? The lower tension is, you just need, you see this, you look at this right here where the bobbin is, you just remove the bobbin from down there, just remove it and bring it out just like that. Move your bobbin, check if you placed your, oh my camera, yeah, just check if you placed your thread very well, and then you check this one, this tension. Check, it can either be too loose, it can either be too tight, or maybe the thread has curled somewhere from the inside before coming out. So just have to check how your thread has passed through the bobbin, and then you return it back nicely. And when you're returning your bobbin inside there, make sure you hear a click sound. Hear that? When you're returning it, just make sure you hear a click. That means you've properly connected it. And then you return that back. You can either take it from the lower side, or you can just push this one and then take it from here.